And I think that after 2 weeks of massive machines, it is time to look at something more thin in the most literal sense of the word. I have the pleasure to present you the Optima Plana with serial number 231033 from 1954 with Bulgarian standard Cyrillic. I came across it 2 or 3 months ago. Before that, the only advertisement for the Optima Plana that I had seen was for one in Latin for an impressive 350 leva or 175 euros. I automatically gave up on it, and my refusal paid off when I accidentally came across this one advertised by the same person who had previously sold me the Optima M12 with the A2 format carriage. Once again, he charmed me with a unique machine at an extremely affordable price for such a rare model of 110 leva and 12 leva, or 60 euros. I could not miss it. I immediately went to him and bought it, and here it is now in front of me, beautiful in every inch of it. The front stamps are slightly faded but still readable. The same ones are on the earlier black version of Elite 2. I can hardly think of another machine that looks as good in black as this one and the Elite 2. But since I can admire it until the end of this review, I should dwell on the details. This machine is impressive not only for its elegance and how well it looks in black, but above all for the fact that this is actually one of the first, if not the first, ultra portable typewriters, which is not so common for the period of the 50s. Unlike later ultra portable models like the Privilege 160 and the similar to earlier ones like the Triumph Tipa and Groma Colibri, here the reduced height of the machine is not at the expense of the convenience of the keyboard. It is not noticeable that there is no difference between the level of the top surface and that of the top row of keys, and this is exactly what makes the difference. The keyboard is absolutely consistent in terms of key travel with that of any other machine, no matter how large, portable or stationary. You can't feel it, but I certainly can. The smell that takes me back to my childhood and brings back memories of my first Optima Elite 2. The buttons and levers on the for the various functions of the carriage are maximally hidden so as not to take up additional volume. But other than that, they are completely standard. Release of the paper and movement of the carriage left on the right. Release of the gear and the line spacing on the left. The lever. The open rail margins, a familiar element of the earlier machines from the 50s and most of their predecessors. A key element, the typical for the early Optimas, this inscription on the back with white text in red fields, the same as on the early black Elite 2. The ribbon covers are retracted by springs like this. For the front to the spacebar, the familiar tabulations, the release of the aligner of the margins, the carriage return, and the familiar standard without the numbers 3 and 0. All the others are above the shift, and the letter F is up here next to the letter U. The only problem is the ribbon lifter that stays upright, but otherwise it works perfectly fine. Before we end this review, however, let's take a look at it once again. In all its beauty, a real beauty. Unfortunately, It is neither small enough nor light enough for carrying in a backpack, for example, so it could not compare to the level of portability of more modern models like Olympia, Splendid, Triumph Tipa or Groma Colibri, but it is certainly much more comfortable to type on that a large part of them, and at least by my personal opinion. Absolutely the same keys, absolutely the same mechanisms, and absolutely the same wonderful and confidence inspiring feeling as its larger sibling, the Elite 2. I think that is for today. Thank you for your attention. Have a good week and see you again next time.